Hey, 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 this is Cree 21 Boom. Why is this banner showing on my thing? Does anybody else see this sample? This is a demonstration of a banner, and this is how it would look. Why is that? And there it is. Okay. Hey guys, this is Cree 21 Boom coming at you impromptu like I do. And tonight I want to talk about dealing with people who don't know how to say no. Y'all have to stay away from these individuals because they are very persistent individuals. They're very selfish individuals most of the time. They have a expectancy of people as if they somehow live in a fantasy world where they can't be told no. And I'm not sure if people don't understand that other people don't really like that. Like they look at that as like who raised you? Like why you think you can't be told no? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Like when people tell you and show you who they are in the beginning, you should probably believe them. Um just a personal experience today, like a person telling me, I invite you to do this. I ask you, do you want to do that? Always trying to give me some. Women, listen, I know for a fact that when you start taking gifts from people, or especially men, because this is a relationship podcast, when you start taking gifts from men, but I know this can apply to women as well, they have an expectancy for something. I don't know no generally nice people who don't expect anything in return. Something, as simple as your time, your energy, and my time is of value. So if I spend time with you, it's actually because I value the time that we spend together. So, but if you do things that make me not want to spend time with you, then I'm not. And I should be well within my right to make that choice for my life. Like I've had a stalker before, and you don't know people are stalkers until they actually stalk you. And I used to drive taxi, and this guy I used to drive for him. He used to drive trucks, and he would come into town and he would call me, and I would be like his personal driver. And of course, he would pay me. And, we talked, we became friendly, you know, um, but it became so friendly to where when I wasn't driving for him, he'd hit me up and be like, hey, how you doing? And I didn't think none of it because I'm a nice, cordial person. If you know me, you know I'm nice. So I would just be like, hey, I'm doing fine. How are you? You enjoying the holidays or whatever the case may be? And on my birthday, he's like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Razoo's with my son and some other people." So he just pops up there, had a gift. He was not invited. He just popped up, and where I went wrong was I accepted the gift, right? And it was some Victoria's Secrets. Like we had conversations previous, and I told him my favorite stores, Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. And but most people give you a gift card. Like they don't give you like a gift set when they're not your man, if they're just a friend or whatever. But again, I didn't really think too much into it because, that's just who I am. And women, we gotta stop being naive and thinking it's not something and it could be something. So I guess I was kind of naive to the situation. Also, I didn't tell my boyfriend at the time, that one of my riders or passengers and clients wasn't that gave me a gift for my birthday and just popped up where I was at. So I didn't think none of it. But further along the line, just a random how you doing or whatever. Uh, After a while, I saw that he started liking me, and because I was not interested and I was in a relationship, I told him I have nothing to offer but friendship. So after I did that, he asked for his gift back. Not a problem. I didn't use the stuff. I had it open anyway. I mean, I kept the bag anyway, because I wasn't certain that I should have taken it. I was already thinking about giving it back to him anyway, because I thought it was inappropriate. So when I told him I have no problem giving him his gift back, I said, well, I can't drive for you anymore. Don't contact me anymore. And this is where the craziness started begin. He started calling me all out of my name via text message. um, saying stuff like, I know where you live at. I know your boyfriend. Um, he just went to the car wash. And then I actually called my guy at the time. Like, I was like, where are you? And he was like, at the car wash. I knew the guy wasn't joking. The guy was not joking. He knew he was at the car wash at that time that he said it. So that kind of threw me like big time. So I was like, damn, I had to tell him this dude probably like on some stalker stuff. And so I went and got all those text messages that he had sent previous, printed them out, went to the police station and got protective order for him to stay away from me. So I had left that alone and because I had him blocked on everything. And somehow he was still he got my email address. He was sending me weird emails. And all this information, I was just taking it and giving it to the cops. And they told me to unblock him because it has to be a consistency of messages to show them that he is still harassing me. And when the detective contacted me, he said that he contacted the guy, and the guy said he didn't know me. But I had all these messages from his phone number, but he didn't know me. So I said all that to say, women, you have to beware of the type of relationships that you are building with people, even if they're not physical relationships. You can't just accept gifts from people and don't expect nothing in return, or expect the person not to expect nothing in return. Um, Fast forward, uh, I asked the guy, I said, if I keep accepting or if I accept things from you, what are you going to expect? And oh, nothing. You're a good friend. I like you. I like this about you, like that. You already told me where you stand, but we're still good. But you keep making jokes about if we was together. You keep making jokes about how you alone and you want me to come over. We should hang out. We should do this. We should do that. Now, I don't have a problem being sociable, being friendly, hanging out sometimes with people, but when you give off that energy and vibe that you want more, and I know I don't want more, then it becomes a little weird. So, like, what do you do in those type of situations, ladies? If y'all ever been in that type of situation, put in the comments and tell me, like, what do you do when somebody is constantly offering you stuff, want to take you places, want to buy you food, want to put gas in your car, want to take you on trips, want to do stuff for you, and you telling them you're not interested. So that kind of bothers me. Like, if a person say they're not interested in you like that, you think you can buy them? Like, you think they can one day you might say something in a spark like, okay, I want that. And you just gonna fall for it? No, you need to leave women alone that's not interested in you like that when you know you want more. Just like females, when you know you want more, don't try to buy the man. Don't think, oh, you want me to fix you food? Because I know a lot of women who cook and then they bring your food to men that are not even interested in him, thinking that somehow that'll make him interested in her. Y'all need to stop doing that because people are taking things out of context and moving weird like, oh, I know he don't like me, but I'm gonna still do this because he might like me later on. That don't even make sense. That's weird. Stop with this weird ass behavior. You can't give a person more of what they already don't appreciate. Like, if it's not a person appreciating you, why would you keep doing the same things thinking that you're gonna get different results? Stop doing that. Like, I don't like it. Like, and then you constantly, like, I had a friend, he told me that one time this girl called him almost 100 times in one night because he wasn't answering his phone. Why would anybody do that? Why are you constantly calling somebody and they ain't answering the phone call? They don't want to talk. You have to accept that it's not going to go your way. You have to be able to accept the word no. Like, if you constantly trying and trying and trying and nobody is opening up to you, they're not receiving any of it. They don't want it, especially if they say they don't want it. Like, you don't believe what they telling you. We have to get out of this fantasy ass mindset where we're not believing what a person is showing us and telling us, and we have constructed some things in our brain thinking that y'all can make something happen that's not happening. Like, come back to reality. And the reality is the person is not interested in you. They don't want you. Leave them alone. Like, I don't know what else you can say to a person to get them to leave you alone in that manner. Like people out here are crazy. You cannot be dealing with folks and their emotions like that. So what you need to do when a person don't listen to you or say no is leave them alone. Cut them off, block them. If you are listening to me now, if there's a person in your life that's not receiving or reciprocating the actions that you are putting out, love, attention, affection, whatever it is, then you need to reevaluate what you're doing. Stop doing it. Somebody will like those gestures. Somebody will like you for paying for their food and taking them out, giving them gas. Somebody wants that. It's a woman somewhere out there who's looking for a man just like that. So you probably need to go find them and be happy with that person. Also, like these stalkers and stuff out here, I need y'all to get help. Like if y'all don't think y'all can leave a person alone and you think you can force a person to be with you, go get help. Like therapy is a real big deal. Like you need therapy. I saw a picture of a young lady today who got her face beat in, right? From a guy who says he love her. He takes care of her. She has her hair always done, had new clothes on, but her face is beat in. That's not love. That's hatred. Like I cannot physically hurt or harm somebody that I love. If you love something, you don't want to hurt it. You don't want to see it crying. You definitely don't want to bruise it up so it's not even beautiful to you anymore. Like that's a distorted idea of what love looks like. That's not love. If that's anything, I would attach it to hate and anger. So y'all, instead of trying to control a woman or a man for being physically abusive, because I know it go both ways, go get the therapy that you need to find out what's the underlying issue or problem that you had growing up that happened to you or it may happen to somebody you saw or whatever. But you definitely don't need to be in a house with nobody. You don't need to be around kids. You need to get the anger taken care of. And drugs and alcohol is just a cover up for what's really wrong. If a person drinks a lot, like every day or all the time, there's an underlying issue that they're dealing with that they have yet to deal with because they are masking it with alcohol and drugs. And once the high wear off, your problem is still going to exist. Until you tackle that said problem, you're going to still be messed up. You have to get help. You have to go deep and down inside of you, figure out what happened to you, and get a professional to help you deal with whatever it is that happened to you. There are guys out here that say they're lonely, they need company. I'm sure there are women out here that don't mind keeping you company, but it's not going to be every woman you approach. Like you can't get mad. You can, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to fix the problem of loneliness because if a person don't want to be there with you, they don't have to be there with you. Like where do we start controlling people? Like when do we start thinking that we could control other grown people? I don't know where that came from, but maybe it started with slavery or whatever. But it's absurd to think that you can control another human being. Even if you marry, you should not think you control the person that you're married to. Like this is your partner. They should have a voice as well. Y'all should be able to talk about it, communicate, and then come to a common agreement. You should not be controlling anything. Like I know some women who try to control their boyfriends. Every 25 minutes, 30 minutes, where you at? What you doing? Like all these questions are fine, but if he don't want to talk about it, let him be great. You have to let people do what they rather do so you can see it. You let them do what they rather do. No, no, wait. You let people do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. And that way you will know, like, this is what he wants to do or what she wants to do. Like, say, for example, you with somebody and they like to go out all the time. You might have met them while they was out. And now you get with them and you don't want them going out all the time. Does that really make sense? Doesn't make sense to me. If I met you stripping on the pole, now we together, and now I don't want you stripping no more. But this is how you make your income. It doesn't make sense. Like you have to allow people to do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. So if you with somebody who likes to go out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you still choose to be with them, you can expect them to still go out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Like they may stop for a while to make you happy, but at the end of the day, if that's who they are and that's what they want to do, and that's what they rather do, that's what they're going to do. Like you cannot control another grown individual. We need to really stop trying to do that. Seriously. And everybody is not going to be for you. Like I keep hearing time and time again, like when I meet people, like I'm supposed to be their savior or something because I just have this positive light shining on me. Like, ding, she the one. No, I'm not. I can't be the one for everybody. Like I just can't. It doesn't even make sense to me. When I hear men saying it, I'm like, this some BS off the top. Stop it. This line might have worked on somebody, but it's not gonna work on me. And I'm not saying that lines haven't worked on me before. I'm just saying that y'all need to be careful of these people who don't know how to say or hear or accept the word no, because these are some dangerous people. There's no way you were raised and you ain't never heard no before in your life, and you're going to be so persistent. I had a guy tell me he thought that I would like the fact that he was being persistent. I'm like, no, I don't like that. I like a mature adult. When a person tell them something, you just respect it and you don't try anymore. Like he was much younger than me. And I'm like, I don't deal with young guys. Like I like my men 50 plus, 50 years old and plus. And he would just kept trying and trying, text message me every day, all the time. And I'm like, yo, why don't you get this? And he's like, well, I thought you would like it that this and that. And then he would send flowers. I'm like, you wait, don't waste your money on me. Okay. I'm not gonna make up my mind. You spending money on me and doing stuff for me is not gonna change my mind. A woman usually knows whether or not she wants to be involved with a guy. Like the first time she see him, first time she talked to him, or whatever the case may be. So if she's not reciprocating that same interest, you need to just go ahead and move around. Because there's way too many women out here for you to be wasting time with one that is telling you that she does not interested in you. And I'm not sure why we think we have all this time to waste on people when you're looking for something specific and you run into a person that is not looking for the same thing. That's the number one sign to move around, because there is somebody who will be looking for the same thing that you're looking for. And then you just can cling on to that person. But why would you cling on to a person who's telling you that they're not interested in the same thing you interested in? It doesn't really make sense. And also, there is a situation I dealt with about manipulation. And I read up on manipulation, I study it, and I found that a person that focuses on the effect and not the cause is a form of manipulation. So you hurt me and I hurt you, but all you can focus on is me hurting you because I was hurt because you hurt me. It doesn't really make sense. But in a sense, it's like you can focus on what I did, but never mind what you did to me to make me hurt. So this is why it's important to not allow your emotions to dictate your actions one way or the other, because people will still see you at fault and they'll call it, well, that was tit for tat, or you matching my energy. If that's not who you are, why would you do that? Well, sometimes people fall victim. They're human. So if you hurt me 25,000 times and I hurt you once, how am I the bad guy in the story? How am I the bad guy in the story? But there's always like a double standard with men and female, male and female, because the man can cheat, do all this damage to you. And the first time you step out, I don't want you. You're damaged good. Like men think they can put value on our bodies, and that's just not the way life works. That's not how it works. Okay. And they want to put value on our body, but they don't hold no value to theirs. And I'm getting off topic, but my point is dealing with people who don't know how to say no are dangerous people. And I really wish we would understand and get to a point where we realize that everybody is not for us. Everybody doesn't belong in our circle. Everybody can't be just friends. Everybody can't just respect other people to the fact that they believe what they say instead of without pushing their own agenda on them. So that's like with people in religion that try to force you to be a Christian or something like that, or people in a club that try to force you to adhere to their rules, like people on a job that like want to get you to band together with them and not like another person. Just say no to those people and stay away. All right. And if they cannot respect it, just stay away. It's sad that you have to cut off some people because they don't respect your boundaries, because that's basically all it is boundaries. You're setting healthy boundaries for your life, and you have to stick with those boundaries because people are going to try you every day, all day, 24/7. They are going to try you, especially if you tell them that you no longer want to be a part of something. Some BS. You no longer want to be friend. Maybe you know, maybe you have this friend that always take. And now you don't want to give anymore. The first time you tell them no, all HELL is going to break loose. But you have to stand strong and stick to that no. You know what I mean? And they might not want to deal with you no more. They might disown you. They might not want to call you friend no more. But you got to stick to your healthy boundary. Period. And women that's like in side piece roles and all that, when you make up your mind that you don't want to be a part of it anymore, don't let that man or woman sweet talk you back into a situation that you know you are better than. Stay away from those people. And they say you can't lead them. That's a lie. You can still lead them. You just have to do better for yourself. You have to stick to your guards. You have to stick to your word. Keep those boundaries up and stay away. I believe there is somebody for everybody. And it's not somebody else's husband or man. I assure you it's not. Because that's only more drama that you are adding to your life. So I'm gonna end it on this note. If I ever told you no, I meant it. I really did. Um, I don't mean no harm or hate or dislike or discontent for nobody. I just want people to respect other people positions that they have in their life. I need people to respect other adults when they say something. Just let it go. Like going to mess somebody's car up or flatten their tires because they don't want to be with you because they said no to a relationship. Just leave them alone. The best revenge you can get is to not allow someone access to your life again. That's the best thing you can do. You don't have to fight them. You don't have to argue or cuss. Just don't allow them access to your house anymore. Your house, to your life anymore. And on that note, until the next podcast, I need y'all to stay sucker free like Cree. Bye.